Well, hey everyone, this is James from Mad River Homestead, doing a little bit different kind of video today. I've had this Worx, W-O-R-X miter saw, and I use it a lot on all the different projects that I've done. I've used it a ton, so I needed to change the saw blade. I couldn't find any videos on how to do this on this particular miter saw. Couldn't find any videos on how to do it, and if you're like me, you depend on those videos a lot whenever you're doing something like this. So I decided to go ahead and make a video of my own because I did, I did it the wrong way at first. So I had to undo those mistakes. So this is basically a two-part video. The first part is just going to be me showing you how to change the saw blade. Super easy, very quick. The second part of the video is if you've done what I've done and you took more off than you really should, like I actually took the saw guard off, the blade guard, and you don't want to do that. You don't need to do it, and it's not in the way if you do this blade change the correct way. So if you've made that mistake, you can watch the first part, see how to do it right, and just go ahead and watch the second part. Should help you if you're kind of stumped on how to put everything back together. So I hope you enjoy the video. I hope it's helpful. If you do like it, give me that thumbs up, and leave a comment if you could too. Tell me if you like these kind of videos, and also share it with someone. If you know someone that has this particular saw, this could probably help them if they have to change their blade. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. So this is the Worx Nitro miter saw. Pretty good little saw. I got it for free from a contest. So but I use it quite a bit, and cuts really well. It takes a 7¼ inch blade. And today I'm going to show you how to change the blade on it. Now all you really need to do this is your new saw blade, a 6mm Allen wrench, and a Phillips head screwdriver. Now I'm going to show you the correct way to do it first, and then I'm going to show you what I did so you'll know how to put things back together if you do the same thing that I did. So to change it, really all you need to do is pull your guard back. You want to loosen this screw right here, and you're just going to loosen it enough that this can slide back like that. Then you kind of lock it, just screw back in a little bit, but that'll keep that guard from coming back down. Now, take your 6mm, and while you are loosening the blade, you want to push down on this little doohickey right here. That's going to lock the blade. So I'm pushing down on that little doohickey. You want to make sure that you have your driver going forward, which is normally to tighten, but in this case, it's going to loosen it. Set that aside. Put the new blade on. Make sure the teeth are going that way. Put that piece out. It shows you this side out in case you forget. Oh, see, I was turning the wrong way. So now you want to put it in reverse to tighten. Get it locked in. Get done with that. Loosen this back up. it's going to slide into a little notch there. Tighten your screw. And you're in business. Now, if you did what I did, then there's a little bit more involved. So I'll show you what I did. I just started plowing right in, didn't know anything about it. And I took this off first. I thought I need to get that shield off. So I took this bolt off. And I moved this arm out of the way. Next thing I did, and you have to have a 5mm for this, is I took this off. And there is a nut on the other side of it. And it, of course, fell. And I couldn't find it. This time, I was lucky and it fell right here. That was the spring that fell out. So you're going to want to know how to do that. I'm just going to set that aside for now. So now I've got this. It's still tightened because I didn't know you're supposed to loosen it. So I realized it was going to have to get out of the way for me to get to this. So I loosened it. And I was able to get to that. I'm not going to do that part because it's the same in both. You know, loosen, put the new one on. But here's where I ran into trouble. So I got this thing on. And the way this works is the narrow part is going to be on the bottom. You're going to see right here, there's a little hole. And this little piece right here is going to go in that hole. So it just sits down on it. Okay. Now, on here, there's another little hole. You want this little piece to go into that hole there. All right. And you have to put that over the saw first. So now I've got that part back on. Put the nut in there. So now that's kind of holding. But here's the problem. I got to get up in there. Got to tighten this down so that thing will turn. It's a mess. You do not want to take this shield off. Now, and that happened. Now, if you've done this, you can loosen this screw right here a little bit, keep that kind of blocked. But you got to get this little nut right here behind there. The best thing I found to do that was a pair of needle nose pliers. So, you got to get up in there. Make sure that stays up. I might have to take that saw blade off just to reach it. I think I can get it right here. I'm telling you, it's a mess if you do this. So don't do it. If you're watching this video, hopefully it's just because you did this, and no, hopefully it's because you don't want to do this. All right. Nope. I'm gonna have to take that saw blade off. Since I had to do this, I'm just gonna show you. Right up in here is where I gotta get that little nut. You can see, you can almost see the bolt sticking through. All right. Now I got a little more room to work. Should be a little bit easier. All right, as you heard, I tightened that down pretty good. Now you do not want to tighten this all the way, because then it will not move freely. So, but while this is up, you want to go ahead and get your saw blade back on. Again, teeth need to be going that way. Put that in there. Like I said, it shows you this side out. And again, remember on this, when you're tightening, you're going opposite. Six millimeter on, get that button. All right, so the saw blade's tightened back on. Now, what I did next was correctly move this down to where it's supposed to be, tightened up the screw. Like I said, if you have it too tight, it's not going to move freely. Now it will loosen up a little bit if you go back and forth like that. It should get to where it needs to be. Here's the thing though. I got that done and I said, wow, the thing's not flipping up like it's supposed to. And I looked and looked, tried to figure it out. I knew this screw went in this hole. Finally, I remembered this arm that I had tucked out of the way. So you want to make sure you bring that back up. Put this screw in there. Tying it down. Now it should work fine. Just don't do it the long way like I did. It's easy to change that blade if you do the right steps. All right, so hopefully that helped. You know, like I said, I'm no professional, and it really shows when I start to do something like that, especially if I can't find some kind of aid online. So, again, you know, like, share, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. Make comments if you could. And until the next video, God bless you and your family. Thank you.